In a world where we are constantly bombarded with messages about how we should look, act, and feel, it can be difficult to find our place and feel fulfilled. We are told to strive for happiness, success, and validation, and that any negative emotions or experiences are to be avoided at all costs. But is this mentality really the key to a fulfilling and meaningful life? According to Manson, the answer is no. In his book, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck, Manson challenges readers to rethink their values, beliefs, and attitudes towards life. He encourages readers to embrace discomfort and uncertainty, and to focus on what truly matters in life, rather than seeking constant happiness and validation. The book is divided into 9 chapters, each focusing on a different aspect of Manson's philosophy. We will explore some of the key themes and take a deeper look at what Manson is trying to say. You are not special. One of the central themes of The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck is the idea that we are not special. Manson argues that we have been conditioned to believe that we are unique and exceptional, which can lead to a sense of entitlement and disappointment when things don't go our way. Manson suggests that by accepting our limitations and focusing on what we can control, we can create a more fulfilling life. He writes, "The more we embrace the negative, the more we are free to focus on what truly matters. Happiness is not the goal." Another central theme of the book is the idea that happiness is not the goal. Manson suggests that our obsession with happiness can actually be counterproductive, as it can lead us to pursue things that don't truly matter to us. Instead, Manson suggests that we should focus on our values and what gives us a sense of purpose. He writes, "The key to a good life is not giving a fuck about more, it's giving a fuck about less, giving a fuck about only what is true and immediate and important." Embrace uncertainty. One of the most challenging aspects of Manson's philosophy is the idea that we should embrace uncertainty and discomfort. Manson argues that uncertainty and discomfort are inevitable parts of life, and that we should embrace them rather than trying to avoid them. By accepting the inevitability of pain and suffering, we can focus on what truly matters and find a sense of meaning in life. Manson writes, "Happiness comes from solving problems." The key word here is solving. If you're avoiding your problems or feel like you don't have any problems, then you're going to make yourself miserable. Take responsibility. Another key theme of the book is the idea that we need to take responsibility for our own lives. Manson suggests that we often blame external factors for our problems, rather than taking responsibility for our choices and actions. By accepting responsibility for our choices and actions, we can regain control and create a more fulfilling life. Manson writes, "The more we choose to accept responsibility in our lives, the more power we will exercise over our lives." Care about the right things. Finally, Manson suggests that we often care too much about things that don't truly matter, such as material possessions or other people's opinions. Instead, Manson suggests that we should focus on what we truly care about, and let go of the rest. He writes, "The key to not giving a fuck is not in never caring about anything, it's in caring about the right things." It's about recognizing what is truly important and what is not, and focusing. Embrace failure. Manson argues that failure is an inevitable part of life, and that we should embrace it rather than trying to avoid it. He suggests that failure is actually an opportunity for growth and learning, and that we should not be afraid to take risks and make mistakes. By embracing failure, we can build resilience and develop a sense of confidence in ourselves. Manson writes, "You and everyone you know are going to be dead soon. And in the short amount of time between here and there, you have a limited amount of fucks to give. Very few, in fact. And if you go around giving a fuck about everything and everyone without conscious thought or choice, well, then you're going to get fucked. Focus on the process, not the outcome. Manson suggests that we often become fixated on the end result of our actions, rather than focusing on the process itself. He argues that by focusing on the process, we can enjoy the journey and find fulfillment in the work itself, rather than being solely focused on the end result. By embracing the process, we can also be more open to learning and adapting along the way. Manson writes, "The problem with setting goals isn't that they're inherently bad, but that we use them as a means to beat ourselves up. We value the goal more than the process of achieving it." Embrace your flaws. Another important aspect of Manson's philosophy is the idea that we should embrace our flaws and imperfections. He argues that we are all imperfect, and that our flaws are what make us unique and interesting. By embracing our flaws, we can develop a sense of self-acceptance and build stronger connections with others. Manson writes, "The desire for more positive experience is itself a negative experience." And, paradoxically, the acceptance of one's negative experience is itself a positive experience. Build stronger connections. Finally, Manson suggests that we should focus on building stronger connections with others, rather than solely focusing on our own personal success or happiness. He argues that our relationships with others are what truly matter in life, and that we should prioritize them over other pursuits. By building stronger connections with others, we can develop a sense of belonging and find a deeper sense of meaning in life. Manson writes, "The people who are the most comfortable with themselves are those who are the most comfortable with their own mortality." The only way to be comfortable with death is to understand and see yourself as something bigger than yourself, to choose values that stretch beyond serving yourself alone. In conclusion, the subtle art of not giving a fuck offers a refreshing perspective on how we can find fulfillment and meaning in life. By embracing discomfort, uncertainty, and failure, and focusing on what truly matters, we can create a more fulfilling and meaningful life. While Manson's philosophy may not be for everyone, it offers a powerful reminder that we should all take the time to reflect on our values and attitudes towards life, and focus on what truly matters to us.